The work that changes everything, healing your inner child. Let me ask you a question. Why do you overreact? Why do certain words cut deeper than they should? Why do you chase validation? Why do you shut down when things get hard? It's not because you're weak. It's because there's a younger version of you still waiting to be heard. And until you heal that version of you, you'll keep living from wounds you didn't create. Today, we're talking about healing your inner child, not in a trendy way, not in a cliche way, but in a real, practical, transformational way. Because this work changes everything. Your inner child is the emotional memory of who you were when you were young. It's the part of you that felt fear for the first time, the part that experienced rejection, the part that learned whether love was safe or conditional. When you were a child, you didn't have emotional tools. You only had survival tools. So if the love was inconsistent, you became a people pleaser. If the emotions weren't safe, you became emotionally distant. If you were criticized, you became your own harshest critic. That wasn't weakness, that was adaptation. And adaptation keeps you alive as a child, but it can sabotage you as an adult. You're not crazy, you're carrying unprocessed experience. And the problem is, most adults are walking around with unhealed children running their lives. Let me say that one more time. Most adults are walking around with unhealed children running their lives. Now let's make this practical. Here are signs your inner child may need healing. You struggle with abandonment. You fear being too much or not enough. You avoid conflict at all costs. You overreact to small things. You crave consistent reassurance. You self-sabotage when things start going well. Why? Because your nervous system learned early that safety was uncertain. Your reactions today are often echoes of yesterday. The intense reaction when someone doesn't text back, that might not be about today. That might be about the first time you felt forgotten. The anger when you feel criticized, that might not be about feedback. That might be about never feeling good enough growing up. Healing begins when you stop judging your reactions and start investigating them. Here's what nobody tells you. Healing your inner child is not about blaming your parents forever. It's not about staying stuck in victimhood. It's not about pretending your childhood was worse than it was. It's about responsibility without shame. You may not be responsible for what happened to you, but you are responsible for what you do with it now. Healing means learning to reparent yourself, learning to speak kindly to yourself, learning to create the safety you didn't always have. It means when you mess up, instead of saying, "What's wrong with me?" you say, "What happened to me?" That shift changes everything because compassion calms what criticism inflames. How to start healing. Step one, awareness. When you feel triggered, pause and ask, how old do I feel right now? You'll be surprised. Sometimes you don't feel 35, you feel 9. That's your inner child asking for protection. Step 2, validate. Say internally, it makes sense you feel this way, even if it seems irrational. Trojans don't need logic first, they need safety first. Step 3, reparent. Give yourself what you didn't consistently receive: encouragement, patience, affirmation, boundaries. If no one protected you, protect yourself now. If no one reassured you, reassure yourself now. If no one listened, start listening to yourself now. Step 4, grieve. This one is hard. Sometimes healing means grieving the child you deserved but didn't get. I'll say that again. Sometimes healing means grieving the childhood you deserved but didn't get. And that grief is not weakness, it's a release. You cannot heal what you refuse to acknowledge. When you heal your inner child, something incredible happens. You stop reacting from pain, you start reacting from strength. You choose partners differently. You set boundaries without guilt. You stop chasing people who cannot love you properly. You stop abandoning yourself to keep others comfortable, because now you are the safe place. And when you become safe for yourself, the world feels less threatening. Healing your inner child isn't about becoming soft. It's about becoming whole. It's about no longer letting a wounded 8-year-old control a grown adult's destiny. You deserve peace. You deserve emotional safety. You deserve to feel enough. And the healing doesn't start when someone apologizes. It starts when you decide, I will not keep living from this wound. The younger version of you survived everything. Now it's your turn to help them thrive. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who needs it. And remember, healing is not weakness, it's courage in action. And follow me for more encouragement you can count on at the Daily Uplift Official.